I don't know whether you can make this out, but I'm working on a 10 horsepower 1989 Evinrude outboard. I'm attempting to check the impeller, and you have to disconnect the shift shaft from the lower unit. So I dropped the bolts, and I think there's 6 bolts, and then there's just barely enough space to remove the screw in the top connection. So that's gone, and here's the screw. That is extremely difficult to do. Now I put this thing in forward gear because I noticed it dropped the shift shaft a little bit. I'm not an expert at this, but maybe that'll help you. Now I've just taken the bolt out, and I can't, and the shift shaft will not separate from the lower unit, so now I'm going to remove the other screw. What I'm attempting to do is to check the impeller. Now there's a guy who put a video on the internet changing the impeller on a 15 horsepower Evinrude about the same year. That's an excellent video. I learned how to remove the shift shaft from my 10 horsepower by looking at his 15 horsepower video, and I really want to thank that guy. Anyway, so I've taken the screws out. The reason why I think I have a problem is I started the motor in a tank well above the intakes, no circulation of water. Next thing I did is I tried to shoot a breath through the circulation tube, had no problem with that. I was able to get bubbles in the water. And here's your intake tube. That's your ejection tube. So I just put a hose through that, connected a hose to that, and put some water pressure into it. Nothing happened. No change. I put it in the gear, no change. So the next thing I need to do is check the impeller. The best place to buy engine parts for these things is marineengine.com. They charge about $10 to send it to you, and their prices are about 40% less than some of the other high-end places. So I would check their parts, M-I-R-I-N-E engine.com. You cannot find the impeller parts on their website. You have to call them up for that. So anyway, that's about it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take this screw out of there and see if that makes a difference. Also too, when you're taking this screw out, the top one, you've got to have someone pushing in from the other side. Mine was extremely difficult to get out. I had to use an impact wrench, and you'll bend that shaft if you don't have somebody pushing in from the other side. Alright, enjoy your day.